see what wildlife we can find today. So I started the day off by walking through a lovely, beautiful field that had all of these flowers and butterflies. There was also a speckled bush cricket that I did manage to film. And the first animal that I managed to get on camera was a common butterfly. And it looked like a painted lady, but it wasn't. But it did look pretty beautiful. I like the patterns, and I just generally quite like common butterflies. There was also a red soldier beetle, and there was also one of my favourite types of butterflies, the peacock butterfly, which kept flying around. But God, aren't those patterns beautiful? Then about later on, I did try to film a grasshopper, and it was kind of jumping away. I think it was a field grasshopper, I might be wrong. We then came across this little area which is a place for wildlife apparently. There was a small bridge and they made it look really nice. There was a very nice path going through the woodland. Then I was walking through the tall grass of this farmland. There were loads of grasshoppers everywhere and a couple of 6-spot burnets. However, before that, I found another red soldier beetle, and it was just resting on this leaf, just being there peacefully really. I also found this small skipper just resting on this little piece of grass. Shortly after that, I found this harvestman, which aren't true spiders, and I lost it. And a lot more red soldier beetles. I'm a big moth enthusiast, so I know what this is. This is a garden grass veneer, and it was just resting on this piece of grass, and it was clinging onto it while the wind was sweeping. I also had these beautiful shots. The general place was just beautiful. Absolutely loved the place. And I also found these little horses, which had these nice white and brown patterns, and I quite like them actually.
Badgers! Badger! Lots of badger holes. There's one here, and 2 more here.
Then I managed to push myself through all of these plants to this lovely little pond, and I did see quite a few creatures there. I was looking at some water crickets when this happened.
Oh God!
Oh. Yeah, I just stumbled into that pond. However, after that, I found what I believe was a greater water boatman and a pond skater. After that, I believe that I accidentally scared a frog into the water. However, I reckon it's a common frog, as the other native species, the pool frog, is quite rare. Pond was good, but I was looking for a much larger pond. It was an absolute monster of a pond. Now, I did quite like the scenery around it, and also there was some mandarin ducks and some coots wandering around, but what I didn't like about it is the fact that there was so much rubbish everywhere. I mean, when it comes to being in London, it's kind of hard not to see rubbish. Also, when I was walking around the pond, I swear I saw some kind of fish leap out of the water and catch a fly, but I didn't manage to record it. Then I flipped over a log, and there was a little common frog in it. I didn't know this, but apparently they're also known as grass frogs, which kind of sound like grass snakes. And I also found a much larger one, and they were very, very dirty and slimy. I was actually surprised they could even live here, because there was so much rubbish everywhere. But yeah, I have never seen so many common frogs in my life. After that, yet again, I found another common frog. However, this one was much cleaner, smaller, and definitely jumpier. Then on my way to the tube to Epping Forest, I found another moth, and because I'm a moth enthusiast, I know what this is, and it is a canary-shouldered thorn. I was really surprised to find it on the train, since you'd usually find it in like the woods and stuff. But yeah, it was just kind of resting here, and I did take a few crap pictures. Then I found a cinnabar moth caterpillar that was resting on a log that I found. Then I found another monster of a pond with multiple islands inside of it. Then after that, I found a violet ground beetle, and I've never ever seen this beetle in my life. It has these beautiful violet rings around its abdomen and thorax, and it was much bigger and much more beautiful than I thought. Then when I was walking, I found some greylag geese following us, thinking that we have bread, and also some Canada geese in the background. Then we have a mystery caterpillar, which I've absolutely no idea what it is. it seems like I Google lensed it, and for some reason it says that it's a cinnabar moth, but it's not. As you can see, it's not going all the way around, and there's spots on the side, which is not on a cinnabar moth, so I don't know why it is. Anyways, I really enjoyed that, and bye-bye.